Stop listening to promises and watch behavior. Welcome back to Anxiety Makes Me Poop, where we're going to talk about the people who always offer help. They always offer help. How kind of them. But I also want to talk about a certain type of person. The person who always offers and says that they will help. Like, let me know if you need anything. I'm here if you need me. Reach out if you need me. You know I've got your back. And every once in a while, oh my gosh, every once in a while, maybe they do show up for you. But most of the time, they don't. It gets a little frustrating, right? As the person that says, oh my gosh, yes, thanks for the help. And then they don't show up. Now, before you think I sound bitter, which some episodes are, this episode really isn't about bad people. It's about understanding people, which is why we're here. Because I know if you're listening, you've had this happen before. Let me know if you need anything. And then when you do reach out, they're like, yeah, I think you can do it. Oh, goodness. Okay. I've worked with people for many, many, many years. Too many years. I should retire by now, but I'm not. And they fit this pattern perfectly. Let's just say we work at a business where we build giant inflatable unicorn displays. Okay? And one day, and let's just say we have to build them all over the US. Everybody wants a giant inflatable unicorn display. And one day we get a message that says, not sure if you want help setting up these giant inflatable unicorn displays, but let me know. And you're like, yeah, absolutely, I will take you up on that offer. And if you've never met this person before, you would think, wow, what a supportive person, or what a supportive coworker or family member. But if you've worked with them for years and years and years, your reaction might be just a little bit different because you're thinking, well, that's nice of them. But then you immediately continue planning as if they're not coming. Because history matters. And what's fascinating about this is that I don't think most people that say, I'm available, let me know what you need, are lying. I think they truly mean to offer help at that exact moment. When they, call you or maybe send a text or an email and they say, hey, I am happy to help next week with these giant inflatable unicorn displays. I truly feel like they intend to help. The problem is that the future version of them never gets the memo. Future them is already busy. Next week them is already busy or distracted or has other priorities, and they wanted to offer, but there's just, they don't realize that they can't squeeze it in. And then they just disappear and it's like, fine, I got it on my own, which you were planning on anyways, because if this person has history, you already know what you were going to do and you were going to get all of them done. Somehow you're left holding these giant inflatable unicorn displays, but in the back of your mind, you already had a plan. Because if someone was going to help you, it's a bonus. And if they show up, awesome. Less stress on you, less work on you. Not that you mind doing all the work because you've already planned on doing all of them. So what I've learned with these type of people is not to get mad because they just want emotional credit simply for offering. The offer themselves makes them feel helpful, even though it's not helping you. So don't let it frustrate you. What it's doing to them, and I always want you to think about the other person, because then it makes you feel better, I promise, because I just had to go through this a few weeks ago. It enforces their identity as being a helper. It enforces their identity as being a kind person. They're offering help even though they don't have any bandwidth. They're the supportive person, the supportive family member, the supportive coworker. They're the team player. The actual helping, the physical helping part is what's optional. You never know if they're going to show up. And it gets a little interesting because reliable people don't think this way like us. Reliable people here, I'll help. And we translate that into, I've made a commitment. For example, you hear that something's happening with these giant inflatable unicorn displays and you go, wow, that is a lot of work for one person. I'm going to offer my help and I'm going to show up. You made the commitment. You show up, you get a time, you get a place, whatever it is. But on the reverse side, when your help never arrives, and the history is reach out if you need me, but there really is no help, you just don't have them assist anymore. Okay, you lose the trust. And sometimes it can be frustrating because you go, wow, this is so nice that that they want to help. And you send the list off and it's like, oh, but you know what? Oh, but I have this. Okay. For the other person, words and intentions are connecting with you. They have the intention of helping you. They have the words saying that they will help you, but you both are on completely different systems. You have a doer and you have an intention, a person with intention. And one of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned is that frustration comes from expecting people to be something they've repeatedly shown they're not. So I have started to ignore it, ignore the help, because I know that they're not going to show up because of history. Not because no one shows up for me. I have so many people that show up for me. I'm sure you have so many people that show up for you too. But history for this one person is, I'm going to just stop being surprised. I'm not going to get frustrated. So again, if someone has a long history of offering help verbally, through a text, through an email, but not showing up, that's who they are. They want to commit to you, but they just don't. That doesn't make them evil or malicious or anything else terrible. It just makes them unreliable. You cannot depend on this person ever. And you learn your lesson. Some of us, it only takes a couple times. For me, I will always say, yes, I would love your help. And then I get crushed. Always. Because I trust people's intentions. But I've also learned that I'm going to make the plan for myself. If anyone shows up, it's a bonus. Okay? And once you understand that, life gets easier, I promise. Work life, family life, whatever it is. Plan on doing it all yourself. If someone shows up, it's a bonus. And you stop building plans around the promises. You stop waiting for those promises. You stop wondering if they're going to show up, because you know what? You got to get the work done anyways. People are expecting these inflatable unicorn displays. And you stop getting disappointed. It's hard. It's hard because someone that's a doer will hear someone say, I can help you. Where will you be? I can help with the unicorns. Let me know what to do. And then when they don't show up, you're like, well, what the heck? But you've already planned on doing it yourself. So you stop getting disappointed. You simply say, thank you. And if they show up, awesome. This is where you have to streamline things as well, though. I just want to go off on this real quick. If they end up showing up, they probably don't really want to. I'm just assuming, but this is my past experiences. So have a plan if someone or this person does show up. And this kind of person needs a list. Like, I need you to go to this place and build this unicorn and put it here. Then I need you to, and then see how many of the need you tos they will do. And then say thank you and find out what happens. Keep your original plan though, because you never know what's going to happen. Continue as if you're just going to be doing it yourself, okay? If they show up, fantastic. It's a bonus. If they don't, nothing changes because you already have a plan. With all this, eventually, once you realize that this person is offering help but can't physically help, your anxiety will disappear because the expectations disappear. And that's the lesson today for you. Sometimes peace isn't found by changing other people. We can never change other people. We know this. That's why we have this episode, or that's why we have this podcast. Sometimes peace comes from finally accepting that the pattern that's been standing right in front of you the whole time is the pattern. and you accept it. It's true for friendships, family members, coworkers, anyone that you've met. Pay attention to patterns, pay attention to history. Patterns will tell you the truth. And words just tell you what somebody hopes to do. Stop listening to promises and watch their behavior. I promise it makes things better. Talk to you next time.